Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know? Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know? Say what? Say what? Say what? Say what? Say what?
Chameleons. I missed you guys so much. We are back. We are back and we are better than ever. I am super excited about this series, Girl, Yes You Can, because girl, yes you can. Say it with me. Girl, yes you can. Guys, nothing has changed. I got to shout out the Brandon Company for being the engine behind this vehicle, making it run to Whitfield. The song is still so fitting. I still absolutely love it. I still listen to it, even though I wasn't recorded. It just gets me in the mood. To our listener of the week, we're gonna get that back up and running. Guys, I got so much to say. I got so much for you. A lot has gone on, a lot has changed since the last time we recorded, and trust me, I cannot wait to share it with you guys. So let's take a quick break. Right, we're gonna come right back. Let's pay homage to some things, and we're gonna come right back. When we come right back, we're going to get right into it. Okay. So if you're driving, you might want to pull over, because you're going to be like, say what? Say what? The whole entire time. Because when I tell you, I'm giving it all to you guys, 100% raw, transparent. Because at the end of the day, I want you guys to look at me and say, if she could do it, I can do it. I want you to understand that the storm is raging in my life as well. And just today, it was like, just today I took a hit. But I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to share it with you guys. So let's pay some homage, and then we're going to come right back.
Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know? Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know? Say what? Say what? Say what? Say what? Say what?
All right, Kimaleons, we are back. We are back. And remember, I said we're going to pay homage and we're going to get right into it. So let me just tell you guys what's going on in my life right now. Like I said, a lot has changed since the last time we recorded. And I've been taking a lot of hits. Just this morning, this hit, it if I didn't know any better, it would have really knocked me down. But it's all about God's time, and it's all about positioning, and it's all about going through tests so you can have a testimony to be able to minister to other people. So I'm just going to be honest. You guys know that I'm married. I've been married for almost 17 years. And my marriage, I don't know, it was it just got different. It got different the latter years of the marriage, and we were just going in two different directions. So my husband ended up taking a job thousands of miles away. So I'm a single mom. He's there for the kids financially. We're doing our best to co-parent. We have a pretty good relationship. I do have my moments to where I'm angry, because I feel like he left me to figure it all out. And you can't, raise your kids over the phone or through a FaceTime or, through the Google app. And he visits, when he can, I'm sorry. And, I travel a lot. So if I'm happen to have to stop through there, he gets the boy. So that's a help, but I still do have my moments of anger. And I don't want my anger to turn into bitterness, but I do feel like he left me to figure it out, and he made a decision, based off emotion. But he's entitled to that, I guess. I don't know how the story is going to end, but I'm going to be very transparent with you guys. And keep you updated on that as well. So if you are a single mom, hats off to you ladies, because it is hard as hell. I don't care how easy I make it look on social media, and I try to be very transparent on my social media because I'm not all glammed up every single day. Some days I'm in a bonnet, during the whole day, because I'm still working my business. I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to take the kids to, after school, after extracurricular activities. Like, everything is on me. And when I travel, everything has to be centered around them. But thank God I have a home based business to where I can take them to certain events. And they can be in a room with me, and I have a very good support system in New Jersey that allows me to be able to maneuver, even though I have to drive 3 hours to get them to that support system, because I'm just not going to leave my kids with anybody. I'm just not that. I'm just not that type of mom. So I'm thankful for that. But it's hard. It's hard as hell. And all the independent woman, I can do it on myself. By myself, superwoman. Ladies, let's be real, okay? We make it look easy, but this shit is hard as hell. Excuse my language, because it's some days you don't feel like mommy, and some days you don't feel like being the cook. Sometimes you don't feel like being the cleaner. Like, some days you just don't feel like it. Like, some days I feel like I just want to go in the damn closet and just hide and say time out, but I can't. I got to keep on pushing. And I'm going to try not to get emotional, but if I happen to shed a tear or two, you guys just know I'm human and I have feelings. I'm not superwoman. um, but, I love my children with everything in me, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that they have the best and that I'm the best me. So ladies, it's okay to want to take a break and to want to, take your kids to your support system for a day or two, just to kind of regroup and get yourself together. Don't feel like you're being selfish if you want to take a break from mommy. It's okay. Don't feel like you have to wash every dish every time they dirty a dish, right? If you're able to outsource and you can get people to come in and help you clean up and wash your clothes and do different things like that, take advantage of that, because I know I do, right? Even though sometimes after they clean and they leave, I feel like I just wasted money, because they just they just get toys everywhere. But if you can delegate and outsource things out, do that. And that's what rich people do. That's what wealthy people do. They buy time by doing those things, because they can spend their time making more money and not have to worry about the small things. And I remember one of my mentors telling me, he said, if what you're doing doesn't make you at least $500 an hour, you shouldn't be doing it, right? So you should be outsourcing. So do that as well. And then another thing that I'm going to share with you guys is my son. um, I don't know who knows, but we relocated here from South Carolina, and I took a job here in Connecticut. And I don't know, I have mixed feelings about Connecticut. It's like one day I feel like it was the best decision I've ever made, and then some days I feel like it might have been the worst decision I've ever made, and did I go against God's alignment, and am I being punished? I'm just being honest, because it just seems like every day I have a different battle to fight. Not saying that I wasn't going to have those battles in South Carolina, but it just seems like it's just heavier on me being in Connecticut. So for an example, my son, he was excelling in South Carolina. I mean, he's oh my God, he's so smart. And I'm not saying that because he's my child, but I'm saying that because he's very smart. If he was someone else's child and I had the opportunity to speak to him, I would say the same thing. And I can remember starting when he was 7 months old, guys, my oldest son, Quincy Jr., he taught his own self how to walk. At 7 months old, I watched him at my mother-in-law's. This boy would not go to sleep until he learned how to walk. I mean, I watched him try, take steps, fall, and he was just determined That baby did not go to sleep. It must have been like 3 or 4 in the morning. He did not go to sleep until he mastered walking. So I know how smart he is. I know how quick he can learn. He was 7 months old walking. He was running at 9 months old. He was so little. I would have to share some pictures if you guys wanted to see. But he was like past, he got out of like the baby program in daycare. He went across the hall to the next program with the 2-year-olds because he was just excelling so fast, and he learns quick. He has a memory of, oh my God, just unbelievable. He was 2 years old. He was speaking Spanish, counting his numbers in Spanish. At 2 years old, he was saying things in Spanish. He was learning sign language. He was knowing how to add and subtract on his fingers. I mean, it was just amazing to watch. And then it's like we moved to Connecticut and something happened. I don't know what happened, but something happened. And he started kindergarten here, and I just saw a decline in his enthusiasm to want to go to school. It's like he would go to school and he would, I don't know, he would go into this shell, and I don't know what was going on in school, but he loved lions. He still loves lions. But he would act out as a lion in school. And then, I later learned that was his defense mechanism when he felt like, someone was trying to harm him or, said something to him that he didn't like. He would go into that as being a lion, as his defense mechanism. And we later learned that. And guys, they were trying to, I'm just like I said, I'm being honest. I can remember in kindergarten, I found out that they would isolate him from the classroom, and he would sit outside in the hallway and have to learn that way because, I guess he was learning at a slower pace, which I don't understand, because when he came, he was advanced. He knew all of his ABCs. He can count to 100. He was counting in Spanish, everything. He was like really, performing on a first grade level. But he went to kindergarten and they wanted to hold him back in kindergarten. And I was like, and guys, I'm telling you, every year since then, it's been the same story. It's been the same song. So today I got hit with his teacher wanting to put him in a special education class. And guys, when I tell you, it just felt like I got hit in the chest and all the air was sucked out of me. That's exactly how I felt. That's how I'm feeling. And that's what landed me here. I immediately went into prayer, into praising God, because only God can see me through this and give me the strength that I need to be able to fight for my babies, because Carter is right behind him in first grade. And I see the same pattern with Carter, so excited on the drive to school, and they get to school and they don't even want the teacher to hold their hand. They're just not excited about school anymore. So I had to make the decision today that I'm going to have to homeschool my children until I can figure something out. Or maybe it's figured out. Maybe that's what I have to do. But all the things that I have to do that I'm faced with, I'm just going to have to reprioritize my day. Instead of getting up at 5, I have to get up at 4 so I can record the podcast at 4:30, devotion and meditation at 5, workout at 5:30, and then the kids will start their school day at 9 o'clock. So I'm just waiting to get approval from the district office to go ahead and homeschool my kids. So I'm battling a lot of things right now, and I'm just being very transparent with trying to figure out what's going on with my marriage, if we're going to just file paper. Like I don't know. I don't know. My business is definitely very successful, so I'm excelling in that, but I'm failing. Seems like I'm failing in other aspects of my life and other areas of my life. My kids' education is always going to come first, no matter what, guys. I'm going to be mommy first, before a business owner, before a podcaster. I'm going to be mommy first, so that's going to take priority. So we're gonna I'm going to homeschool from 9 until probably until 9 to 2 every day. And then after that, I'll work my business. But I'm going to have to do what's best for my kids and for their education, because I don't want my kids to get to the point where they just dread school, period, and they just become cold and numb and they don't want to learn and they don't receive it at all. So it's going to teach discipline to them and to me, because I have to, of course, enforce that. Yes, I'm mommy, but I'm also your teacher. But I do understand and I do realize that QJ does learn very well with me. I know how to teach him. He catches on quick. He needs repetition. I am going to have 2 tutors still that still have them in place, but we're going to have to kick it up a notch. One is very expensive. One is very, very expensive, but I'm just going to not be able to shop. I'm just going to have to make some sacrifices, but I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make sure that my children get the best education that they can get. And and that's just where we are right now. So this series is going to be awesome. You're going to hear from me a couple times, but we're going to talk about we're going to interview, women who might have had health challenges that they overcame, like my mom being one, a breast cancer survivor. I have someone who's like a big sister to me. She's going to share her testimony as well. One of my best friends, her weight loss journey, right? We're going to talk about everything when it comes to women. You're going to hear so many testimonies from so many powerful women that overcame many obstacles and are still battling obstacles now, because it doesn't matter how good you think you are. Life is going to happen. I'm human, right? I understand life happens to me. Life happens to other people as well. And when you're walking out of a storm, don't get comfortable, because you're only walking into another one. But if we were perfect and the world was perfect, we wouldn't need God, right? So at this time, at this moment, I need God more than I've ever done before to continue to strengthen me and just, keep me in alignment of his word and his will for my life. So you guys, keep me in prayer. I always pray over my family and my friends, my Kimaleons. I'm always standing in the gap, praying for you guys. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and can't go to sleep, and I just begin to pray and praise for people that I know and people that I don't even know. But you guys been rocking with me from day one, so you're special to me. And even those of you that may, be hearing me for the first time, you are special too, because you gave me something that you can't get back, which is your time. So I appreciate that. So I'm excited about this series, Gurl. Yes, you can, because you can. Right. So I know you guys are just as excited as I am to see how my story and my life is going to play out through this series, because I am too. But I can tell you one thing, that I am trusting in God, and that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. Kimaleons, I love you guys so much. Make sure you share this episode on your story and tag us, and we'll choose the listener of the week. But we are back, and we are back better than ever. And we've impacted so many lives with the series on, going from engineering to building her empire as an entrepreneur. But we're going to 10x the lives that we are going to impact with this Gurl, Yes You Can series. Kimaleons, you guys be blessed, be safe, and I love you, and I'm looking forward to this series, and I'm looking forward to all of the feedback that you guys always give me. So make sure you like and follow me on the Say What podcast on Instagram. We're also on YouTube. We're on every platform when it comes to this podcast. So make sure you check it out. Share with your friends, share with your family, because you just never know who's going through something in silent. And maybe, something I said would really, really help them. And maybe something that they know could really help me. And that's the purpose of it, to empower each other, act as a community. Like, we are here for each other. Like, girl, I got you, right? Yes, you can. So Again, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for rocking with me. And we're going to be dropping a series an episode every single week. And I'm telling you, it's just going to get better and better and better. And if it's something that you want us to cover, like a special topic you want us to cover, then send me a DM. And I'll do my best to get that episode done. And you never know, maybe you want to be a guest on one of these episodes. So if you're interested in that, send me a DM too, and let's have a conversation. All right, and remember, girl, yes you can.
Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know? Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know?